Since June 16, 2016, IAXISRADIO has been at the forefront of digital audio entertainment.
We are the creators empowering the future of visual and sound design through advanced technology and community relationships that foster unlimited growth for future generations to come. We are IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast. There is no limit to what we do. Design, create, and empower.
Hey guys, this is Lola Shea from The Lola Shea Show. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock right here on IAXISRadio.com for hot topics, cool conversation, and me, your host. Gotta love it. See you there.
IAXISRadio. You are now locked in.
Wake up to IAXISRadio in the morning.
The future of radio and podcast.
Your number one station.
You are now locked in. The future of radio and podcast.
Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast when we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. All right, so come to the front of the congregation. Now, we're going to start some trouble.
IAXISRadio.
You are watching IAXISRadio and podcast live. Welcome to our show. Now let's go.
Welcome back to IAXISRadio. We've got a packed show today, diving deep into the future of creation.
Absolutely. It's all about pushing boundaries.
IAXISRadio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
IAXISRadio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show. I'm your host, Jose Rivera, along with the greatest co-host, that is DJing from beyond, and he'll come on the breaks because he's under the weather, but he's still here in spirit, DJ Marito Chiclana, and as well as the greatest producer, owner, Big Al Williams, here in representing the X-Tremitiez ENT Talk Show on IAXISRadio. We are worldwide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to get right into it. It was a very eventful weekend. Jesus Christ. All the way since Wednesday, we started with the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade 2026 Gala. Jesus Christ. It was phenomenal. The Royal Court looked extravagant. And the person that coordinated the event, of course, along with Maz, Rebecca Carrion, and Jackie, they did their thing. Maribel, the president of the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, you know, she awarded many honorees, and everyone was happy. All of the lawyers, the judges, the celebrities, the Instagram influencers, you had the princesses, the kings, the queens, the prince. It was phenomenal. We even had the president of Goya. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Pedro Tavares was in attendance. That's right. The Grand Marshal himself did his thing. And of course, we had Cooking with Omni. Yes. And then we had our friend Jessica Hernandez doing the great national anthem, as well as La Borinqueña. Oh my God. with the great performance from Richie Gonzalez and the Copacabana All-Stars Orquesta. That's right, my friend Ray Bayona. Everybody did a phenomenal job at that gala. You know, they gave away some great gifts. You had lots of winners. You had a bunch of sponsors that came out as well. Shout out to Bronx Care Hospital Center. Shout out to Lincoln. Shout out to the TWU. Shout out to all the unions. Shout out to all the car clubs. Shout out to Goya. Shout out to all the healthcare facilities, as well as one of our honorees, which was Moses Medical. That's right. John Johnson got his honor because he provides to the community. And this is what we love to provide, you know, unity and build each other up. And shout out to all the participants and contestants of the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. You all did your thing. And I can't forget about the board members. You guys stood up and did outstanding work. All of you came together like what I used to watch as a child called Voltron. You all came together and to this giant machine, and you pushed forward for something that many people wish they could do. So shout out to you and Maribel Mercado. Thank you for leading the way, as well as my co-host of the gala and the parade, Artie Rodriguez, the great legend himself. You know, he did some great stuff with me, and he woke everybody up on the Grand Concourse. And, you know, we just had fun, and we had big shout outs. Hey, Al, throw up the pictures, man, of all the event that happened at the parade. We had Curtis Blow come up, the great legend himself. You know, this guy is legendary, and he came out and he said a great speech. And, you know, I was standing right there when he did it. And you know, I told him the story of how he helped me when I was young and I used to stutter with his music. I stopped stuttering. And he told me, you know, I had a procedure, and now, you know, I have something where I stutter, but his music keeps him going. And I said, your music is what got me going. And shout out to great Curtis Blow. You know, we love him. You know, we had a moment right there. That's what we was talking. And he did his song, you know, and he rocked out the crowd. And then we had pictures with everyone else there that was a part of the experience. The Bronx Borough president, my great friend, Vanessa L. Gibson, who came out to support the stage and all. And then, of course, we had, yes, my favorite professor, who she says I was her great success student. That is Darcio Clark, the Bronx DA. Of course, we got many other people. Yes, the legend himself, Amadeo. The guy I used to run into his store as a child. His store is the oldest record shop. He was an honoree, the oldest record shop in the Bronx and possibly the city. And, you know, this guy's 92 years old. And I told him about my mother. I showed him the picture, and he remembered. And he said, you was that little kid that used to run around in the store. And I used to, yeah, he used to tell my mother, let him go, let him go. So I love him. He was a great honoree. And then we also have Rebecca there with Willie Colon's sons. That's right, the great legend himself, Willie Colon. They received the proclamation from Vanessa L. Gibson, the Bronx Borough president, the commander-in-chief of the Bronx. She did say that they will also work on renaming a street after Willie Colon, the legend. So shout out to Rebecca for working on getting Willie Colon and his family and his wife to the gala and the parade. And then, of course, you see my great brother right there, Joey Love. You know, he came out in support. He brought out 3 organizations that marched that are non-for-profits. As you see right there, it's Just Us Sports NYC, where it's parents that are taking their children out on the weekends to play sports, where it's baseball one season, football another season, flag football, basketball. It's keeping the kids off the streets with these organizations. And these organizations are created with people that came out from being incarcerated and reintegration into the community and keeping the kids off the streets. Big shout out to him and Felons Unchained and many others that joined as well. And then we also have La Bruja Caridad herself. That's right. New Eurekan Poets Cafe. She was another one that was chilling with me over at Sobro Garden. You know, she was like, Jose, you know, we don't really take pictures. As long as we know each other, we don't take pictures. And she's a big-time celebrity representing the Puerto Rican culture. When the Puerto Rican Poets Cafe is complete, it's going to be new, it's going to be reinvented, and it's going to be something for like another 100 years to last. and then we could keep on going. And of course, you see my co-host Artie, myself, and Joey right there closing up with Jackie in the background, still working even though the show was over. And, just showing love to the crowd, as everybody was saying, stand right there. The Daily News and all wanted to take pictures. And, of course, we got something else, I believe. Oh, is that it? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was just the pictures from the parade and that we had. But if you have more pictures and you'd like to share, be sure to send them to me, and we'll bring them on the show each and every other week, because there was many people out there. There was cars. There was organizations from all over, and guess what, man? It was about 3,000 compared to the other events that was going on through the city, because it was a very eventful Saturday. They had an event not too far from there, 138th Street, Bruckner, and then they also had the Westchester Fair in the Square, and then you had the 152 Jackson Avenue Festival, which was pretty packed as well. But guess what? A lot of people just connected and networked, and we all came together. So that's what it was all about. The season has begun. So, this is what you're going to expect to see all the way to October. You're going to be celebrations, if not every weekend, every other weekend, of the Puerto Rican culture, the Latin culture, and everybody come together and celebrate. All you people out there that like to do events, maybe you should come out and network and meet these politicians and speak to them and tell them how you would like for them to support your cause. Shout out to the American Cancer Society, my family that came out, the Bronx Strides, making strides against breast cancer. They came out. Claire, Rosemary, I love you. Danny, thank you for helping yesterday. And we're back at Orchard Beach in October. That's something big. Now we can have 50, 60,000 marches coming. And it's going to be phenomenal, because Orchard Beach has been renovated thanks to Bill de Blasio about 10 years ago, when he gave the $50 million to renovate Orchard Beach. It looks beautiful. It feels like you're in Long Island from what I'm here, with the basketball courts, the tennis courts, and the scenery, the way they changed everything. So here we go. It's going to be a very eventful weekend every weekend. So shout out to the Royal Court. We have one of the representatives of the Royal Court here today of the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. But he's going to be speaking about, a project of his, and he's also telling me a surprise that he has to me, but he's going to announce it himself. I heard some snippets of it, but, I hear that it's something to do with like fashion. So you never know. You might push me back into the gym. All right. Only on the Extremities ENT Talk Show. Hey, Taro, Vocaz, Jamel, Jones, thank you for saying hello, stopping by. Anybody that'd like to call in or give any shout outs, please. Shout out to J. Cole. J. Cole's about to come on in a little bit. You already know. Everybody that's tuned in and you like to call in and give shout outs to the artists, please do, because we got a phone number. And we also have people that like to give shout outs on the chat. If you like to get on the chat, you could also comment. And the number is 914-719-6917. It's the Extremities ENT podcast, 914-719-6917. But call when the artists come on. Don't call right now. Call when the artists come on, all right? But aside from that, we like to say thank you to the Bronx Borough President's Office, the Governor's Office who stopped by, the City Council members that stopped by. We like to say thank you to all the lawyers, the judges. Shout out to Joaquin Oriana, who is my brother. He got promoted to Supreme Court judge, and he's going to be doing great work. And we also have a lot of other people like Wanda, who is my great friend, Judge Wanda. I admire her, and Aisha, everybody that came out and supported the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, because it didn't have to be something major like the Fifth Avenue Parade, but it was just right. There was no crime. There was no disrespect. The police officers and the community and all the marchers were working perfectly. This is what we want to promote. Positivity, so that in the future we can grow and we can expand the mission. And the mission is to continue to celebrate our heritage and culture, so that they don't try to take away the parades. Okay, because by little, they're taking away permits. For the rest of the summer, there is not going to be permits to go and have barbecues in parks or celebrate birthdays or even do block parties. You have to see the timeline, because the mayor is dealing with FIFA. FIFA's bringing in billions and billions of dollars. So they're going to focus that the NYPD goes and has all their mission on the stadiums for safety. Okay, guys? So let me give you fair warning in advance. Apply for your permits for now if you want to do a street event or if you like to do anything community. Because if not, we can work with our government officials and see what could be done. All right, we're going to come up with our first guest in about 5 minutes on the Extremities ENT Talk Show on iAccess Radio. Please call in. Please send in your text on the chat so I can say, your name and what mission you got or what promotion you got, what business you got. We here to show you love worldwide. We're on so many platforms. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, let me just show you. When I say we're on so many platforms, people don't even understand it. We're right now on the TuneIn Radio app on iAccess Radio. You could call in and join in the chat and be a part of the movement, right? We're on the Simple Radio app, iAccess Radio app on the Apple Store, Facebook at iAccess Radio, Twitter and Instagram at iAccess Radio 1, YouTube at iAccess Radio, Twitch at iAccess Radio LLC, Mixcloud at Al Williams, streaming TV on via BOXCAST app and Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple TV. If you got illegal, you could catch us on everything. That's what it is. We are worldwide. Hold on, let me not get crazy yet. Well, I'm going to wait for our guest to come on. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with our first guest, only on the Extremities ENT Talk Show on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
Mío se me hizo ayer, pues me dio con morder al mejor amigo mío. ¿Cuándo vas a aprender, capitán, a quien debes de morder? Mordiste a mi mujer, por bueno te dejé ir, pero el día menos pensado me vas a morder a mí. Y eso no, capitán, eso no puede ser. Y eso no, capitán, eso no puede ser. Tienes que aprender cuando me meten en un río, muérdete al que se mende y no la cojas conmigo. Capitán, no la cojas conmigo. Capitán, no la cojas conmigo. Y tú sabes bien que yo soy tu amigo. Oye, capitán, venga, capitán, te voy a echar la perra de mi vecino. Perro santo soñando con ser fisno. Mira, capitán, oye, capitán. Muchas ¡Saba, perro! Capitán, no la cojas conmigo. Capitán, no la cojas conmigo. Después de haberme portado como un general contigo, mordiste a mi mujer y mordiste a mi amigo. Si quieres seguir mordiendo, vete y muerde a mi enemigo. Pero boca, capitán, nunca la cojas conmigo. Capitán, no la cojas conmigo. capitán. Mira, capitán. Mira, capitán. Oye, capitán. Perro callejero. Salgo de aquí, muchacha. Oye, ya tú miras cómo yo quiero. Oye, hasta que yo soy general, tú eres capitán nada más. ¿Estás quieto, muchacho? Dale un palo ahí que voy a agarrar con tu muchacho. Venga, capitán. Oye, capitán. Oye, capitán. Capitán, no la coja.
We're going back to the studio in 2 seconds. Mientras tanto, porque te sabrosito.
Welcome back to the Extremities ENT Talk Show. I'm your host, Jose Rivera, along with the resident DJ, Marito Chiclana. We are here with our first guest of the evening. He performed yesterday, right? At the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade on Mount Eden, the 40th anniversary. He did his thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Jaco.
Hey, how are you guys? My name is Jaco Elijah. Had a blast last time. It was amazing being on stage. Everything was just the energy. It was perfect. I was even just anxious to get on before, man. I appreciate everything. Thank you so much.
When you came on, your voice was clear. You enunciated. Everything sounded good. That's why when you was like, yo, can I get a sound check? I just looked at you and I saw you happy. I ain't even worried about you. There's the other people that were like, yo, we want a sound check. We want this and that. I looked at you. I was like, this guy's a star. I already know. And you got up there, you did your thing. The reaction you got from the crowd. And then when you got off stage, you got greeted, right?
Yes.
What was that experience was like for you?
It was just so amazing, like seeing all the people there, like especially like my people, all the people wearing the flag, like just like putting the flag up there, having everyone else just like raise it when I told them to raise it. It was just amazing. Like the people were coming in, showing love, and Like, it was just an unreal feeling. Like, I've never felt anything like that before, and it made me really happy at my heart to feel something like that.
So seeing all the cars from New Jersey, Connecticut, out of state, different representatives, different types of Boricuas, different types of cultural floats, and all the celebrities that were there that came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And all the politicians. Did you notice the love that the Bronx has for its people?
Oh, 100%. The Bronx showed love to absolutely everybody, from all the legends to even just the local politicians. Everyone got up there as soon as they got on stage. People were clapping, people were going crazy. It was just insane. Like, I've never seen anything like that. And like, all the people were there just being so supportive, and just like, it's the Bronx, man. Like, it was awesome to see that.
So let's stop for a second. Let's bring it back for people who don't know who J. Cole Elijah is, who you are, where you're from, and what inspired you to do what you do.
Exactly. Perfect. My name is Jaco Elijah. Yo soy de Vieques, Puerto Rico. And to be honest, what got me started in music was just when I was in high school, I started writing poems and everything. And like, I just wanted something more. Then I met my best friend, Brandon. He goes by Brady. He's my producer as well. He got me going. He was like, yo, you should do Spanish music, because we were out here, and he was like, we don't see a lot of people around here doing it. Like, you guys got to go after it. Like, just do it. And from there, we just started doing it. It went from his computer, where he had the jailbroken system, so we didn't have to pay for the software or anything, to then just doing it on our phones. And then it just built to something so much bigger, man. Like, it was amazing. Like, I've grown up from like Vieques. Like, it's a really small island, you know, like, I can go to so many different places, and as soon as I tell them, like, yo, I'm from Vieques, Puerto Rico, they're just like, yo, like, where's that? Like, all they hear is Puerto Rico, you know?
Right.
They don't know the history behind it. I take people there all the time. They get so like wow, like with like looking around, seeing how beautiful it is, the black sand beaches that we have, the bioluminescent bays, the nightlife, the bars, even like the horses that just roam wild. Like, that is what made me. All those experiences.
So knowing that you come from that and then you assimilate over here.
Yeah.
What is the culture shock for you?
Dude, it's just like, it's very similar but different at the same time. Because when I came out here, you know, there's still Puerto Ricans, the culture is still there. We're always going to be prideful. But like, it was just like the city life. You know, like the big skyscrapers and stuff like that. Like, not even like in San Juan, you see them that big, you know, like the trains, the stuff that you see out here that's not really over there as much, you know, like it was just so different the way everything was. And when I first came out here, it was just like, oh my God, like this is amazing. Like the train system, like I was just in wow with everything. I loved it from the very moment that I came.
So knowing that you have some historical events from Vieques to here, do you get worried at times when you have to go back home for everything that's going on with Puerto Rico in the political aspect?
No, to be honest, I never get worried, because like when I go there to be home, especially with my grandma. You know, she's like a really big part of my life, and like just being there, and like every time I go to Puerto Rico, it's just to be at home. It's my relaxing place, is where I can go down, decompress a little bit, you know, forget about everything else in this world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, you go to that island, there's no McDonald's, there's no Walmart, there's nothing big, nothing crazy like that, you know? Almost all the food places close at like 8, you know? It's just, you go there and you relax, you know? You see how the life is, and it's just like, yeah, like I'm not worried. Like, that's my happy place.
I've heard so many stories of Vieques, Puerto Rico, and you know, I have a compadre that he has a family out there, and the population is very small.
8,000, I think, maybe.
Even if that.
Yeah, if that, like 8,000.
and that means everybody knows each other.
100%.
So you have that sense of cultural family. Like, you will pull somebody's ear if you saw them doing something silly, and bring them to Doña Juanita, mira, este estaba allá haciendo lo malo. Mira, and then she'd be like, oh, sí, tráelo aquí con la chancleta, tan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, when I was growing up there and everything, my family was really religious. We were very big into church and everything and stuff like that. That's when I actually first started singing a little bit. I was in church and singing and, you know, for the church, doing performances, plays, like David and Goliath. I was David at like 4 years old. You can look up the video on YouTube. You'll find that. And it's just like, even driving around, like what you said is true. Like, everybody knows each other. Like, dude, when I go there with my grandma, she rolls down the windows. We're driving down, having a blast. She's sticking her head out the window, yelling at random people some people that like, I don't even know. She's like, oh, I haven't seen him in years. Like, and it's just like, grandpa, like you're sticking your whole head out the window. And it's just, but that's just how it is out there. Growing up, the little corner stores and stuff that they had there, everyone goes there. The neighbors know each other. Everyone knows each other. Like, I was just there over the, I want to say like 4 months ago. I was just there, and it was like amazing. There was a kid that lived across the street, and like he's just roaming wild, climbing trees, you know, running around, climbing my house. Like, my grandparents just let him come in. We feed him. He comes in, hangs out, you know, talks his talk. It's just amazing. Like, seeing a vibe like that, like it really made me happy. Like, to be like be from where I'm from, you know, like I always carry that pride.
All right, so now we fast forward. Where'd you get your name?
To be honest, like my government name is Jacob, but like in Spanish it would be Jacob. I never liked that when anybody called me Jacob. Never did. Yeah, so, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but I think it was me that was just like, I like Jaco, you know, and my whole family just called me Jaco the whole time. And then when it came to being an artist, you know, I was just like, you know, like I started off as Jacob Elijah, but it didn't really make sense to me, you know, like something wasn't there. And then I was like, if I'm going to pursue this, I'm going to pursue it with my identity, what my family calls me, what I'm known at in my own island. And that was just Jaco. And I was like, I want to bring that part of my life out here.
What type of music do you do?
I do a lot of reggaeton, man. I love some reggaeton, perreo, you know, dabble a little bit here and there into the trap, R&B, very big, experimenting with Afro. I love it. The Afro sounds so much. I do a lot of everything, but reggaeton's my thing. You put that on right there, I'm instantly going at it 100%.
So understand we got something to play for you right now.
Yep.
All right, without any further ado, would you like to introduce it?
Yeah, so right now we're going to be playing my new single. It's going to be called La Bandera de Ella. It's an NY anthem for Puerto Ricans.
Ladies and gentlemen, world debut, Jaco Elijah.
She stay asking where I'm from. Sube tu bandera, peleando la era. Mi gente afuera. ¿A dónde está mi gente de Puerto Rico? Ella sale con su amiga just to make it clap, clap. Battle vibe from Island face card, don't lack. Suéltalo sin pena, go and make it clap, clap. Puerto Rico, Nueva York, yeah, we got it. Como dijo Bad Bunny, somos más de 100 por 35. Sube la bandera para Puerto Rico. Me gusta mi chica patando por face como Lentora. At the baddest play en Nueva York, nosotros se meten. Nueva York se lo mete. En Nueva York te lo ve el corazón como Alvarado hace for the team. Ella sale con su amiga just to make it clap, clap. Battle vibe from Island face card, don't lack. Suéltalo sin pena, go and make it clap, clap. Puerto Rico, Nueva York, yeah, we got it. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube la nota, sube la nota. De donde eres, Bayamón, Carolina, Ponce, Aguadilla, Mile West, Culebra, Vieques. Esto para mi gente de Puerto Rico y para todos mis boricuas aquí en Nueva York. You know we gon' always put on. We never go anywhere without our pride. Let's go. Ella es de Puerto Rico, sube tu bandera, peleando la era y gente afuera. Ella sale con sus amigas just to make it clap, clap. Battle vibe from Island face card, don't lack. Suéltalo sin pena, go and make it clap, clap. Puerto Rico, Nueva York, yeah, we got it. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube la nota, sube la nota. Mira, sube la nota, pero también sube la bandera. Somos boricuas y siempre va a estar la sangre de nosotros.
Diego.
Hey. Hey. You got one there.
Yeah.
Got one there. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you in the chat right now. What do you think? I see a bunch of flags going crazy there. Look at that. You got Angeles 9942 giving you banderas. You got the Bronze Puerto Rican Day Parade. Love it. Shout out to you. You already know he represented yesterday.
Thank you guys.
Alina Page 2.0, I guess. You got the Bronze Puerto Rican Day Parade again. And then you got Andrew Caceres 6962. You got Kakilo 1. Oh, man, you got mad people showing you love.
Esto era para mi gente de Puerto Rico. Teníamos que ponerla ahí para que todo el mundo
vea. Bueno, la gente de la isla aquí. All right, let's go. That's what's up. So, you did your thing on the show yesterday. You got great feedback. What is the next thing that you're going to do? Oh, wait, Jose, as a proud Puerto Rican, one of my favorite moments in J. Cole's performance of La Bandera was hearing him shouting out Jose Alvarado and Francisco Lindor, 2 athletes representing Puerto Rico. That is correct.
Also New York.
Yes, of
Alvarado
course.
in the finals, He's going to be representing.
Absolutely. We have great people. Congrats. Dope. So we have the Caribbean represented. We got for the next, we got Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic, 2 people out of the Knicks that are playing. And also on the San Antonio, they have a Boricua as well. So we got a lot of basketball players representing and getting, their due.
Yep.
Right? As well as now we got a volleyball team that is doing excellent. We got a golf team. Puerto Rico's doing golf, baby. Yep. Chi-Chi, rest in peace. But 1-2 Puerto Rican Alliance, Elizabeth, New Jersey. Yes, all right. Let's go, J. Cole, the kid, Knicks. You already know. So, Mario, I know you're a little under the weather right there, but what did you think about J. Cole Elijah's song?
It was perfect. It
was perfect.
Every musicality, the voice, everything is perfect. Listen, I'm not a critic. I don't listen to reggaeton often. I have to listen to it because I'm a DJ, but I enjoy it from the beginning to the end. Congratulations. It was great. And I was going to say, give a shout out to the chat before they boycott a program.
That's right. We go back to those messages out. Let me go and give those people a shout out. Joseph, Rhino, just having people believe in us is good. Empower your youth. Okay, good. And then Alina, it's great. Put back on so I could dance again. All right. All right. Song is dope. People are giving you positive feedback. Brooklyn.
This is exactly what I do it for, man. Just to see all this, the positive feedback.
J. Cole is different. Everything you're going to see soon.
Representation is key, especially in our culture. We got to represent as much as possible.
They want you to run it back. All right. So it's just one track, right?
Hey, yeah. But there's going to definitely be more coming out soon. We're working on the next stuff, but just stay in tune right now. For right now, La Bandera de Ella is out on all streaming platforms. And don't forget, we got the video on YouTube. Run it up.
So let me ask you, can you please let everyone know where they could locate you?
Yeah, so if you want, you can find me on Apple, Spotify, any platform for music, whether it's Tidal, Amazon, YouTube. You can go on YouTube, find all the videos, all the music, everything. Everything I do is going to be publicized everywhere. You just look up Jaco Elijah, and it's going to be right there for everyone to look.
So can you spell it in a way that everyone that's listening right now, that's in their car, that they got their phones, anybody that's on their computers, because people like to listen, but you have to do things a little slow for them because they're moving too fast.
Perfect. Yeah. You're going to find me on all platforms. It's going to be JAYCO, and then you're going to put space Elijah, ELIJAHH.
All right, guys, you got it. I don't want to hear no excuse. We did it nice and slow so that you could get all the letters, all the information. Because if I don't see his numbers come up, I'm coming for you. All right? That's why I'm telling you that. Trust Will. Music is powered by the youth. That's right. Jaco, Elijah, right there. Perfect. The way Big Al just represented on the screen. Looks great just like that.
Yep.
That's right. Perfect. Thank you, Big Al. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow him on all his platforms. Make sure you go stream him. Make sure you spend the 99 cents. And you know, one person that spends 99 cents multiplies that to 100. And then the 100 spreads the word into thousands. And then across the nation, you never know. By the end of the month, he could have $25,000 just because you people donated 99 cents. I'm telling you, it's not hard. It's not hard to support somebody. You bring up their numbers and you put 99 cents down, you could put some money in somebody's pocket. I've seen
new music.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? You could utilize the matrix and you know what? The same way you help this artist, you can help yourself. Because when you make these donations, now the algorithm for you follows up on how sponsorships for you could working with other companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Crisco, Goya. Si es Goya, tiene que ser bueno. All right. That's right. Shout out to Pedro Travares, man. He did his thing. Shout out to Senator Luis Sepúlveda as well, who was another honoree. We had some great people. And, you know, I just want to say that you did a great performance. And I like to lead out your segment right now with the song La Bandera. Al, one more time. Play it out. The people want it to be run back. Let's go. There's the video.
She stay asking where I'm from. Sube tu bandera, peleando la era. Mi gente afuera. ¿A dónde está mi gente de Puerto Rico? Ella sale con su amiga just to make it clap, clap. Battle vibe from Island face card, don't lack. Suéltalo sin pena, go and make it clap, clap. Puerto Rico, Nueva York, yeah, we got it. Como dijo Bad Bunny, somos más de 100. Por 35. Sube la bandera. Puerto Rico, me gusta mi chica pateando por face como Lentura. The baddest player en Nueva York, nosotros se meten. Nueva York se lo mete. En Nueva York te lo ve el corazón como Alvarado hace for the team. Ella sale con su amiga just to make it clap, clap. Battle vibe from Island face card, don't lack. Suéltalo sin pena, go and make it clap, clap. Puerto Rico, Nueva York, yeah, we got it. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube la nota, sube la nota. De donde eres, Bayamón, Carolina, Ponce, Aguadilla, Mayagüez, Culebra, Vieques. Esto para mi gente de Puerto Rico y para todos mis boricuas aquí en Nueva York. You know we gon' always put on. We never go anywhere without our pride. Let's go. Ella es de Puerto Rico. Sube tu bandera, peleando la era. Mi gente afuera. Ella sale con su amiga just to make it clap, clap. Battle vibe from Island face card, don't lack. Suéltalo sin pena, go and make it clap, clap. Puerto Rico, Nueva York, yeah, we got it. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube, sube, sube la nota. Sube la nota, sube la nota. Mira, sube la nota, pero también sube la bandera. Somos boricuas y siempre va a estar en la sangre de nosotros.
Yep. Ajá. Era Polito en el bajo y ahora viene Mañengue. Él trajo su tumbadora y ahora viene Mañengue. Era Polito en el bajo y ahora viene Mañengue. Tumba, 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 que no se asuste la gente. Era Polito en el bajo y ahora viene Mañengue. El alcalde de la Perla ahora viene Mañengue. Era Polito en el bajo y ahora viene Mañengue. Habla. Mañengue, 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 Mañengue. El alcalde de la Perla. Tumba, tumba. Con ustedes, el piano de las Américas. Ajá, ¿qué es eso? Entra cocolía. Si no me suena en el bajo, la rumba me desespera. La salsa la tiene el bajo y eso lo sabe cualquiera. Si no me suena en el bajo, la rumba me desespera. Toca, toca, toca tu bajo y tócalo a tu manera. Si no me suena en el bajo, la rumba me desespera. Dice bonito que su bajo lo lleva por donde quiera. Sin corte, cocolía. Habla, Polo, habla. Es hora de irnos, Polito.
Welcome back to the Extremity Talk. I'm your host, Jose Rivera, along with the greatest resident DJ, DJ CHICLANA Mario. That's right. That guy there's got that deep flu voice. So he sounded like Barry White, the Puerto Rican Barry White. He's over there like, yeah. He said, mi santo.
He's laughing at me.
I'm gonna play music. You just talk. Love you, bro. Mario's still doing his thing with the music. He's got us rocking. He kept me calm, during a few events, and I love this guy. He's the only one that says a prayer that keeps me straight. And prayer is quédate quieto, te doy cocotazo. So, so thank you for that. Anyway, we got our guest of the evening. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just let this guy introduce himself because, you know, he's pretty self-explanatory. You would walk into a room and you say, this guy right here, I know he's somebody because look at the way he just glows. You ever seen like Austin Powers when people just glow? You go in the room, this guy just glows and then he has this smile that's like so infectious, you know, and everybody just falls in love with this guy. You know, I'm just going to let him introduce himself.
Thank you. Appreciate it. My name is Luis Enrique Mojica Rodriguez, también conocido, I'm also known as El Pinto de Puerto Rico. I am known as many things. I do many things. I am an empowerment model. I am a CMN model. I am an actor. I am a producer, backstage producer. I am a host. I am a teacher. I am a 20-year paralegal. And I am a father. I do lots of things in the industry, and I just want to give back to the community with everything that I hold. And I am recently just won a Príncipe Cultural, the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade, just 2 weeks ago. And that is one of the most, it was something for me. I think that, you know, I keep on pushing myself over and over, getting myself out of the comfort zone to try something new. And when I think that enough is enough, no, there's just so much more that I could grasp. And I'm going to lead by example because a lot of people need to hear this story, what I have went through. So they could be like, if he could do that when the odds were all against him, I definitely can. And this is why I am an empowerment figure for everybody, not just the youth, for everyone. Because it's never too late to start your dream.
Okay, so let's stop right there. Just like I did with J. Cole, we're going to go. Who are you? Where you're from? And what inspired you to do what you do?
So, Luis Mojica, my Puerto Rican name is Luis Enrique Mojica Rodriguez. And I am from Guanica, Puerto Rico. I was born there. But I was raised in the Bronx from an early age. I went back and forth from Guanica to New York City here in the Bronx for school, college, stuff like that, because I wanted to embrace my culture going back and forth. And también spent time with my abuelita because she took care of me over there. And she rest in peace. What started my career, I can't say per se when I started this. It was just a feeling. All my life, I was told that I couldn't amount to anything because of certain challenges that I had to endure in life. I was born different with CMN, which is a birthmark that covers half of my body. This was at a time when discrimination was so real. I am 42 years old, but back in the 80s and in the 90s, you see somebody that looks different, they get overlooked constantly. I was bullied. I was shunned by society. I was never given the opportunity. I tried to join the military and I couldn't because I was medically disqualified because of my birthmark. So for me, this is something I had no control of. So I decided to do something about it. I had cancer. And that was actually the last straw for me. And the cancer came from the way I was born with the CMN. I had cancer on my leg, which I got surgically removed. No physical therapy. No chemotherapy, no radiation, and none of that. It was surgically removed. So, you know, it was easier for me to handle my recovery because I didn't have to go through what other people go through when they get cancer. Like I said, being different, I wasn't given much opportunity. So people call me weird because of the way I look. People call me ugly. People call me dumb, stupid. So I need to prove a point. You want to call me weird? I became an actor. You want to call me ugly? I became a model. You want to call me stupid? I became a paralegal for New York City for 20 years. This is what I constantly do. I get better and better. You say something about me, I'm going to prove you wrong. And it's not just to prove you wrong, but it's to prove to myself that I am just as good as everyone else here. So this is where when I started this, I don't know. But I went back to school about 4 years ago when the pandemic hit, when I lost my job. As a paralegal, everybody lost their job at that time. And I decided to go back to school, John Casablanca School for Actors and Models. It was a virtual school. I know a lot of people criticize virtual schooling, but it's what you make of it and what type of student you are. So I'm a great student. Whatever I apply myself to, I just hit it really hard. After I completed my courses, I got my certificate that I was a trained actor and model. And the reason why I chose acting and modeling was because since people limited me already by the way I look, I wanted a platform to show them how beautiful diversity is. Okay, there's no more, oh, you're too short to be a model. Oh, you have two-toned skin. You cannot be a model. You have a limp because of the cancer I had on my leg. Runway classes cured my limp. I started to build rhythm. And I took that as a sign. I actually wanted to be an actor first because I was funny. Just like Kevin Hart, people used to say, you're like the Puerto Rican Kevin Hart. I'm like, no, I'm not the Puerto Rican Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is the Black Mojica Rodriguez. And that's why I used to tell everybody, find your own identity. Don't try to be someone else because who knows, you could be much better than them. Just give yourself a chance. So after I joined the school, I started to take on everything that I could because I just don't know what I was good at, or what I was not good at. So I also took on modeling. After winning a competition in acting, I won 4th place out of 100,000 people worldwide. The same award that Ashton Kutcher won, Jessica Biel won, Eva Longoria won. I sat in the same seat they sat at the IMTAs. So I knew I was worth something. But I transitioned over to modeling because that was the platform that I wanted to show people that embrace who you are, do it on purpose, don't let anyone or anything set your limitations. And because I do have a visible difference, I know that there are about every 1,000 to 2,000 burps in this world with somebody born with my condition. And I didn't have a role model, or I didn't have an adult to train me and teach me how to deal with society being born different or understand like, why am I like this? So I want to be a role model to those kids and let them know that you're born different because you can make a difference. And this is why I chose to do this.
Well, that was powerful, brother.
Thank you.
You know, I've had many people on my show as guests, and I work with men on Tuesdays, and I work on breaking men down and opening up their vulnerability. It's not easy to come on air, on radio, and speak to the world the way you just did. That's holding yourself accountable. That's giving your mission out to the world so that others that are like you can understand and say, oh my God, that's me. Someone that I can identify with. Now I don't have to be afraid. You just saved a bunch of lives right now. I need you to understand that.
Yes.
And, you know, men out there, you need to learn this lesson. Because when I do these groups, we touch on some traumatic things that men don't like to do with their own therapists. But I have a way of speaking to people to make people open up. You know how? I just shut up and listen. That's what I just did right now. The world just listened to you. You have a phenomenal story, and you're a great inspiration. And I just want to say thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing your message with us.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You were saying a lot of people think that men should not cry. We have a bunch of silent battles, and crying is not a weakness. You know, we do need to ask for help. And this goes for everybody. But I'm trying to be that person. I'm willing to endure whatever I can in the industry so I could pave the way for the next generation. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care about any of that. whatever scar, emotional scars, physical scars, does not matter. I want to take all the pain just so I could pave the way for the next generation of individuals that was born different. Or show people that even if you had cancer like me, there's life after cancer. You know, you could keep on. It's just a moment in your life where you feel down, but you're never out.
Amen. All right. I want to make a quick transition from that powerful piece over to a beautiful piece I see here. If you would please show it up to the screen.
This is one of my magazines. Like I said, I transitioned over to modeling, and it was a tough journey, a real tough journey. And the moment I was given an opportunity to appear as a runway model at New York Fashion Week 2024, I never looked back. From my first runway all the way to this past New York Fashion Week, I'm a winner in every single competition. I am 16-time award-winning model, undefeated still, all over the United States. And starting November, I'm going international with my agency. 4 agencies I'm part of, by the way. I have over 30 magazines in a matter of 2 years, but this one is my favorite. I was recognized as the 2025 Star of Tomorrow in runway, diversity, fashion, and in film. As you can see, it says right here, they told me I couldn't, so I proved I could. Every runway, every award, every step, against all odds. Against all odds. I'm not the traditional model. I don't have that masculine walk. I don't walk like a female. I have my trademark walk. I am who I am. I'm not tall. I'm the way I'm supposed to be. Okay? I speak the way I'm supposed to speak. I carry myself my way. And against all odds, I made it. Because I'm not trying to be anyone else. I'm not looking out the window saying, I want to be that guy. I want people to look at me and say, I want to be him. Build a legacy. As you can see, the runway star who defied all the odds, why birthmarks are beautiful, where dreams meet the big screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a few photos we'd like to show you. What is this?
So, this is Anastasia Magazine is hosting a New York Fashion Week gala on September 8th. Excuse me. With Sakari G and the Art of Fashion TV. They are one of my colleagues, and it's going to be a beautiful event. Anastasia has been out since 2020, and her fashion shows are just getting better and better. Came across her about 2 years ago, and since then I've been her New York guy. I'm her host, so she gave me the opportunity to host this show again. During this event, we are going to have 5 cinematic screens, just like Runway 7 and Sony Hall, but this is like a mini version where models and designers are going to have an opportunity to display their amazing stuff, their designs, their walk. It's going to be where we're going to bridge the gap between cinema and runway, where models also have an opportunity to show the stuff on the big screen before they start walking or as they start walking, and designers as well. Maybe a little 1 minute story, 2 minute story, but this whole production is to make sure that the models and the designers get recognition for what they're doing outside. It's not just a show. You're going to see everything here. We have designers from all over the world, Australia, Europe, even abroad, everywhere. We're going to have designers from everywhere and models. We have Gladys Maris. She is one of the top models that I'm going to be working with. Award-winning model is going to be amazing. This is also going to be on 5 platforms: cable TV, on Fios, on RCN, can read that one. Spectrum, and
BronxNet.
And BronxNet. Sorry, I don't have my glasses. And then after that, it's going to be on video on demand.
I'm surprised I can see. I still got 20/20.
And it's going to be live stream. Like I said, we are going to bridge the gap between cinema and runway to make this beautiful experience for everyone. There's going to be about 150 people invited here. Tickets actually just went on sale last week if you want to participate for this event. And tickets are going real fast for this event. And this is where we are giving people opportunity. I am going to be hosting a model casting, giving back to the community everything that I have learned, because I figured out the formula for success, which is hard work, grit, determination, and dedication. And if you have that, you could definitely be doing exactly what I'm doing. So we will have a casting call in July. Just if you go to my page, I'm going to be posting it on my story.
Saludo, Ruben.
My story, I'm going to be posting, giving anybody the opportunity. If you will like to model, if you feel like you're good enough, just show up to the casting call.
Show up, Ruben, because it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Ruben.
Happy birthday, Ruben.
So show up to the show.
So it's going to be, even Ruben might be there too as well for the show. He might be live streaming it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, giving everybody an opportunity to partake in this beautiful event in September, New York Fashion Week Gala by Anastasia Magazine.
All right. So any last words?
Yes, for you, buddy. For the past couple of months, I got to know you a little bit. And I've been studying you. And I am also a model scout and a talent scout. That's what I do for one of my agencies. And like I said, I've been watching you. I love your swag. I love the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. And I am a 3-time award-winning host. And watching you, I'm like, I'm a 3-time winning host. I'm like, I think this guy's better than me. And I just love it. So I want to give you the opportunity, if you like to, model in this show as one of my models.
Really?
Definitely. Hey. I like it's never too late to follow a dream or a passion. And I train models anywhere from 6-year-old all the way up to 70. Okay. And I work with so many people. I even work with the lady that did the first Manny's commercial. Okay. Really? In Tennessee. Okay. So I see a lot of potential in you in the runway, and I love the way you dress. Oh, and the way you carry yourself just says it by itself.
Al, what do you think, Al? Mario, what do you think?
Go for it.
Mario?
There's nothing to think about. Go for it.
Okay, Papi. You said it with your voice, with your beautiful baritone voice. Hey.
And also, I have one more other thing.
Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade. Yes.
Ya tú sabes.
Thank you. Yes, go for it. Janet, thank you.
So, one more other thing. For the past couple of weeks, I've been looking for another co-host for my show.
Which show?
The New York Fashion Week show gala. Like I said, I've been watching you, and I love your stuff. So I want to give you an opportunity. You think about it. You don't have to answer now.
Yes.
To be my co-host at the Anastasia Fashion
Yes. I'm not even going to make you wait. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Great.
Ray Vargas, Rip the Runway. Yes.
Oh, man. I love
they
it.
They did the GQ modeling show for the the That's right. Yeah, the first when I was speaking to you, the first GQ group, I won Mr. Social Media. It was me and God rest his soul, Candela. We were going back and forth. I beat him, but I had 1,992 votes. He had 1,091, and that's because one person switched from him to me. I love you, my brother. And he always made that argument. Yo, Jose, you know I'm the real winner, right? I was like, I know, Papi, but let's just go out there and sing. And he would let me hype him up in the shows and all. And this would have been a great parade for him to have been a part of, because he was a part of the parade since a child, day one. And he loved Francisco. He loved Ruben. He loved Maribel. He loved Artie. He loved just the fact being a part of the whole experience. And every year he was like, Jose, said, don't worry about it, Papi. You're on stage. Don't worry about it. Jose, don't worry about it. The 152, everywhere, because his voice brought out a lot of people and still does. When you hear that anthem, Que bonita bandera, que bonita bandera, that's him. His spirit will live forever. And I just want to say my appreciation and gratitude to God for allowing me to have that experience with someone like him to be my friend. And I like to build a friendship with you as well, to be long lasting. And thank you for considering me and for saying those kind words, what you say, because it's not every day that somebody pays another person flowers. I'd rather you give me flowers when I'm alive than when I'm dead. So thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. And I give you your flowers and congratulations for being a great prince. You're going to do great things along with your royal court. And Maribel, Caroline, Diane, Rosemary, Ray, Gloria, Emily, who else? Steve, who else? Artie. I don't want to leave nobody's name out. I don't want to get beat up. Rebecca. I don't want to leave nobody's name out. Anybody else? Janet Janet's my sister. Janet, John, that's family. You know, they know, and I appreciate them because they allow me to be the ring announcer in their house with their son's birthday. You know, and it's pretty cool because I love these guys. They're so authentic. And that's what the Bronx Puerto Rican Day Parade is all about. Picking authenticity. We are true to our culture. We are family, and we don't judge. We help each other out to the best of our ability. And that's why, you know, I congratulate the 40th year anniversary, which will now be the cultural parade moving forward. And you know what? I saw the logo. It's beautiful.
Amazing
and
logo.
you know, the ribbon cutting, you know, you guys are phenomenal at what you do. Shout out to Jackie Acevedo, you know, for Mas. Shout out to her daughter as well, Arielis and Alex. Shout out to the NYPD. I have to say shout out to the NYPD because they worked with us. They were so kind. They were dancing. They were enjoying themselves. And they shouted us out as I shouted them out. And they said, listen, this was a great event. And guess what? We finished on time, way ahead of time. They loved it. And that only shows great community work. The whole team came together. Everybody came together, okay? From the police to the cadets to the board members, you know, to the committee, to the coordinators, to the security, you know, to the people that put the barricades, you know, to all the cars, all the people that got the permits, the wristbands, the vendors, you know, the people that were riding by with all the flags on the bikes, all the children that actually, you know, came out and danced in front of the stage and showed their talents, to all the politicians, to the Grand Marshal, to the Padrino, the Madrina, to the politicians that actually contributed and gave citations. I'm just generalizing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry if I'm not calling you individually, but I'm just saying everybody that was a part of Saturday's event, it was a true family event. I felt nothing but positivity. And I love it because there are other parades where there's so much violence, but God has blessed us. And every parade we have, not one incident. And that says a lot, especially being in the borough of the Bronx, which is one of the highest in crime. We managed to have good people that have the strength, the mental aspect to speak to people when they are about to act out. Because I saw a couple of things that could have went left, but our board members diffused it quick. I salute all of you. Emily, I love you. Okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Because I saw a couple of times and you shut it down. Okay? And I say, Danny Silva, I love you too. And, you know, you guys did the greatest. Rebecca, what more can I say? My publicist, the greatest love of us all. Everybody goes to Rebecca for everything. And Rebecca just is ready to choke me and tie me up and put me in a basement somewhere because I drive her nuts with all the stuff I put her through, you know? And I want to give everybody their flowers. I love you. And thank you for allowing me to be a part of your lives. Last words.
I just want to tell everybody, and this is what I've been saying for the past 3 years. This started all off as a post-it when I went to school, college, for acting and modeling. And I just want to share this with you. Embrace who you are. Do it on purpose. Don't let anyone or anything set your limitations because you are capable of achieving what you think is impossible because we're all amazing.
Let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find me on Mojica_entertainment on IG. You can also find me on Facebook, Luis Mojica Rodriguez. And you can also find me at New York Fashion Week this September 8th, hosting and modeling as well.
Well, gentlemen, I want to say thank you for being on the show today. J. Cole, Elijah, you're going to do such great work. I see you're a star in the future, representing Vieques. You know what I mean? You know, Bruno Mars is going to make a song with you. Remember today. I just manifested. I don't care if it takes 5 or 10 years from now. You're going to remember this day. Y'all remember this guy invited me to his radio show and he said Bruno Mars is going to make a song with me. Remember this day. I just manifested for you. This guy, you're going to have your own reality show. So be tuned to see him on some reality TV show. Because look at what he's doing here. Look at this. This is true. This is real. This is just, I should see this on a billboard on 42nd Street. This is what I feel like I'm holding in my hand right now. God bless you. And thank you for being so vulnerable and showing men that, yes, it's okay to be vulnerable and still be a great dad and still be a man that speaks his feelings and has total honor. And you appreciate life. Thank you for being that. If I learned something more today than I did yesterday, it wasn't a day wasted in life. God bless you. Mario, any last words, puppy? Mario?
You know I cannot talk, and you're going to put me to talk.
I just wanted the word to hear the baritone.
It's amazing. You know, come on. We only bring to this show the best of the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mojica. You are, and I mean, like Jose said, it's like when you're vulnerable, and when you show it, that make you be the best human being that you can ever be. So congratulations to you. Y voy para el show ese, olvídate de eso, I don't care.
Hey, man. We love you. Thank you. Feel better. And just close us out with a quick tune.
Dale, voy para allá.
Vaya, mi gente, les saluda DJ Mario desde la ciudad de Nueva York, aquí apoyando a mi hermano, el Águila Legal, el señor José Rivera de X-Tremitiez Entertainment, solamente por la mejor estación, IAXIS Radio. No deje que te lo cuente, mi hermano. ¡Nos fuimos!
Llegó lo que tú querías, bailador. Llegó. Un ritmo sabroso es lo que pedía y eso trae yo. Y eso brindo yo. Y ahora que lo traigo, quédate en el vacilón. Que este ritmo está sabroso. Oye, mira, bailador. Arranca con tu pareja que la rumba se formó. Arranca con tu pareja que ya mi ritmo llegó. Para llegar a lo que tú querías, bailador, llegó. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Ahora mi ritmo llegó. Ahora mi ritmo llegó. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Despierta si estás dormido, metido en aquel rincón. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Bailador y bailadora, quemen el zapato ahora, que ahora. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Aquí estoy de nuevo, ahora no se acaba, que estoy en lo mío y nadie me para. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Espíritu fuerte tiene mi son, la calidad la tiene a montón. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Con tu cuerpo tan hermoso. Siempre estoy al frente de pie pendiente para complacer a mi gente decente. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Aquí de nuevo yo lo demuestro, que el terror de los vivos no son los muertos. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Para los pollos sabrosos, traigo besos a montón, a montón. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó. Bailador y bailadora, que venga el zapato ahora. Bailador, ahora mi ritmo llegó.
We'll see you in the next one. Cógelo, Big Al.